Okay, which book is losing? The Rainfall Market? Okay. It is Friday, December 27th, and I've just put out the poll for my January Young Adult and Adult Book Club for my Patreon. And The Rainfall Market by Yeong-Gwang is currently losing. So that is the book I'm going to be reading today. I was using that poll as a way of like finding out what I should read in this video, or at least in the time between Christmas and New Year, because I never know what to read. I never know what I want to do with myself. So I'm kind of glad The Rainfall Market is losing, because I'm not going to lie, out of all the ones that I chose as the options, for me personally, it was quite high up on the one to read. And this is just going to be a week of me reading and doing what I want, essentially. So fortunately, The Rainfall Market is on Spotify, so I can read it on Spotify, and that's going to be awesome. I also will be doing some like New Year resetting today. I want to go through the house, clean it up, ready for the new year. I want to take the bloody decorations down as well. This thing right there, this is coming down today. I have not liked the way that's been looking at me all year. You know what, actually? So I'll be taking decorations down today. Cannot wait while I listen to the audiobook of The Rainfall Market. On the first day of a monsoon, a ramshackle place called the Rainfall Market appears, and inside it are these magical bookstores, hairdressers, like anything you need from a market. You can't go in without an invitation, and when you do get an invitation, you can have the option to swap your life for a better one when you enter. We follow Seren. It says if she doesn't find her dream life, she'll be trapped inside the market forever. Sounds amazing. I actually cannot wait to read it. So that's what we're going to be doing in this video for now. We're going to be reading that. I will most likely pick more books to read as the days go on, but this is just going to be chill. You know, usually like how I do my bookish slice of life vlogs, it's just going to be all slice of life, doing some cleaning. I probably shouldn't have done that. I think there's glitter everywhere now. But I cannot wait for how fresh and clean the house will look once everything is put away, once all the decorations are down. I know it's only a couple of days after Christmas. I'm sure you keep yours up for a lot longer, but I'm just ready for the feeling of cleanliness. I'm ready for the new year. If you end up enjoying the video, please do give it a like, subscribe if you haven't already. Now let's clean this shit up.
Seems like you've been busy since you went away. I'm just flipping through your pictures, I can tell you look more than okay. Think I need help to feel as happy as you. Could you tell me what I'm supposed to do without you? It's like I'm just seeing empty faces staring from across the room, when all I want is to get out of here and back to you. On my way home, I'll stop at your window. I should've known how much it hurts when you still love somebody. When you still love somebody.
I'm staying out on the weekends. I really need something to do. I'm just trying to smile when all I can think of is you. Yeah, I'm just faking my way through the days to avoid that feeling I get when I'm lonely and I'm missing you. Wish you could tell me what I should do now.
It's like I'm just seeing empty faces staring from across the room, when all I want is to get out of here.
There's the stray cat who always comes for food. Don't worry, I will feed you. I will get you all the food you want. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh, come on then, I'll get you some food. I always have to put, hello, you are so beautiful. Hello. Oh, she's so beautiful. I always have to put the food at the front of the house. Hello. Oh, you're so beautiful. You eat your food up. You eat your food up. Yes, you. Oh, I'm sorry. I'll stop. I'll stop filming. Okay, she doesn't like to be disturbed. I always have to leave it out the front door, close the door and go back in, and then she approaches. But if I open the door, she runs. But also, if I look out the window, she also seems to... Oh, she's still watching. Hello. Hello. Oh, you're so cute. Do you want us to open the window? Do you want to come in? Oh, okay. Sorry. We need to leave her alone now, okay? Let's let her eat. I've just ordered Popeyes because... Look, I've got too much mess to actually be cooking tonight. Plus, I'm not going back to personal training until next Friday, so I can literally have anything I want until then. But it's still probably going to take like 45 minutes for the food to come. So I'm going to try and sort out the kitchen a little bit. I got new stuff. I got a microwave for Christmas off my mum. In fact, all the kitchen appliances I got were off my mum for Christmas. That's what I wanted. So I have a microwave that I need to unbox and put out. I've got new dishes, a toaster, a new kettle, things that will hopefully match my kitchen and other appliances in the kitchen. So I still need to unbox them. You know, it's been a couple of days since Christmas. And I need to unbox them still. I need to do the dishes. I'm currently on episode 8 of the Rainfall market, which is essentially chapter 8. I'm liking it so far. I like the vibes of it. I love the mystery of the actual Rainfall market itself, in the fact that, you know, even on the way there, we see these other people who are so confused about it all themselves. It almost feels like portal fantasy in a way. And we already have like a vast range of, you know, like people in the background. There was an old man who was almost getting picked on by these other men who wanted like his ticket and stuff. Like, that was so awful, bless him. And the magic and the charm of it is like really coming through also. There is that cat from the summary that I mentioned before has just come into it too. So adorable. I'm just surrounded by cats at the minute. Tobu and Ash came down after their friend had left. And no, Tobu, you missed your best friend. But apparently I'm 26% in. So I got all the decorations down, hoovered, and that was a quarter of the book. Excellent. So maybe it might take another quarter of the book for me to do the kitchen. Yeah, I also realised as well that I forgot to put my external microphone on. So I'm sorry if the sound quality of this video is like all over the place. I just got a new camera for Christmas as well. Well, that's on a gimbal because I saw Welsh Rita, who came to Egypt with me. She brought it with her and I fell in love because I'm very shaky. As a person who's holding a camera, I'm very, very shaky. So this will change the game in terms of like me going to other places, like say like a haunted nunnery or like anything like that. I mean, I'm not going to a nunnery again, but I am going to some haunted places in 2025. But I'll be able to actually like shoot on the camera rather than having to do all of the moving around on my phone. So it's just going to change the game. And also the microphone, yeah, there is an external microphone I forgot to put on. Bear with me, I'm still learning. But yeah, so far so good. I'm loving it. Hopefully my quality has improved on my videos.
On my way home, I stop at your window. I should've known how much it hurts when you still love somebody. 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 Think I need help to feel as happy as you. Could you tell me what I'm supposed to do with that? It's like I'm just seeing empty faces staring from across the room.
These are my new dishes and plates and bowls. Don't worry, I will be washing these first. I'm gonna do the washing next. And while I'm cleaning the dishes, I can keep looking outside to make sure that I'm not gonna miss the delivery driver. Because I'm still listening to the Rainfall market and I am really enjoying it. Story-wise, not too much to say about it. I will give you more thoughts when I've done the dishes, when I've had something to eat, because I'm really, really hungry right now. And once I can think straight, I will definitely give you more in-depth thoughts. Like spoiler-free. There will be spoiler-free thoughts. And I have so much cardboard to break up. And I have my microwave, toaster, and kettle in the boxes that my new ones came in. So my mum is going to have my hand-me-downs. She's going to take my old plates and she's going to take my old microwave, kettle, toaster, because she's in need of them. There's nothing wrong with mine. I just wanted a refresh because I've had them since I moved into the old place that I was in. And I just want to scrub everything from my memory from that old place I was in, because it was not the best of times. It was only the worst of times. This is apparently some kind of peppermint shake with Oreo in it. Yeah, that's good. Naughty, but very good. Oh, I should not have had whole milk. Every single time there is a milkshake offered at any kind of place, I want to go for it. And I keep forgetting I should stop doing that because full fat milk, semi-skim milk, skim milk just makes me feel so painfully bloated and I end up needing the toilet pretty quickly. So I switched to oat milk, like 10 months ago, and that's usually what I drink and that really helps. But I keep forgetting that all of these places just do not offer oat milk. I can't get coffee from most places if they don't do oat milk anymore. So it's just an absolute eye-opening experience. But it does mean I'm a little bit behind because I also wanted to just like chill out and relax after eating. So that's what I've been doing. I just had a manga video go up on my manga channel. I took quite a long break from doing content for the manga channel, so I'm very glad that I could actually do that. I did that over Christmas Eve and Boxing Day. today. So no rest for the wicked. That video is now up. And I don't really think I need to work anymore today, apart from like listening to the rest of the Rainfall market. And I have a Patreon live show tonight at 8 p.m. It's a movie night. We're going to be watching High School Musical because at the very start of High School Musical, it's the new year. So we want to kind of ring in the new year, which obviously isn't until next week, but you know, like it's the closest movie night that we could do. So we're watching the first High School Musical tonight. I'm very excited. I haven't watched it in so long. But yeah, I will continue with the Rainfall market. I am like 60-ish% through, and I do like it. The translation itself, I don't think is blowing me away. It's a very fine prose. I do think sometimes a lot of like embellishment, a lot of description and stuff like that does get lost in translation. So I'm not faulting it too much for that. I feel like it could feel more magical in a way. I'm saying that though, it is still a very fine translation. I was expecting to love it a little bit more though. And don't get me wrong, I'm really enjoying the characters. I really like their journey arcs. I love that the main character is trying so hard to know what she wants. Like when you're given the opportunity to take a new life and hand over all the bad things in your life or your misfortunes, it's kind of an odd thing because sometimes I think, yeah, I would love to hand over all of my misfortunes and all the things that have gone wrong in my life. But at the same time, would I be the person I am today without them? So that's kind of what I'm liking with this story, the way it's kind of exploring that a little bit and the way that the main character is navigating this world. It's very easy to put yourself into the shoes of her and kind of theorize what you would do in that situation. Loving the fact that the cat can like transform its size into a kitten and back again if it wants to. I love that so much. Some of it is quite cute, but not as deep as I was expecting as well. There have been a lot of translated like healing fiction, I think it's called, in the past few years that have become quite popular. And usually they do elicit a little bit more emotion. I'm not feeling the emotion as much with this one, but I'm still really enjoying it. I still think it's very, very good. It's just what I need really for a day like this where I'm just chugging along, getting housework done, just waiting for that limbo between Christmas and New Year's to be over so we can just get into 2025. It's been about a year since I did my very first Slice of Life vlog, and I might have said something like this in that video. I don't know. I probably did. I think about this every year, but that weird space between Christmas Day and New Year's Day, I do feel like I'm in a bit of a limbo state. I never know how to feel or what to do and stuff like that during that week. So I might have asked this exact question in my very first Slice of Life vlog, but do you feel that way as well in that little limbo space between Christmas and New Year? Just feels like an odd week. A really odd week. Behind failure, there's always opportunity. It would seem everything is over, but remember at the end is a new beginning. So many great things to learn from the Rainfall market. Things that I've really taken to heart. And overall, like, it wasn't my favorite story. I'm giving it around about 3.5 stars. But it was just what I needed today to just switch my brain off as I was cleaning and resetting my life, essentially, for 2025. And the Rainfall market is actually, like, the perfect book to kind of do that with because, yeah, you know, like, one of the things about like what you want to do with life and how you move forward with life is one of the themes that was explored really well in this. Behind failure, there's always opportunity. And, you know, there were some stumbles in 2024. Overall, it was a really good year for me. Things definitely felt a lot better than 2023, let me say. But I don't think any year is like fully perfect or anything like that. But I feel like it's always good to take to heart that it doesn't always have to be. You can just keep getting back up and moving forward. So I did really like the Rainfall market. Not a new favorite, but a pretty decent audiobook nonetheless. I'm just setting everything up for my Patreon movie night, which has happened in around about 20 minutes. Oh, honestly, I've missed High School Musical so much. That soundtrack, I still listen to every single year. Not just the first movie, but the second and third movie too. All banging soundtracks. Changed into my pajamas as well. So I've got my dressing gown on that my mum got me for Christmas. Really nice and comfortable. The cats love it. Before my movie snack, I do have Ferrero Rochers, which I already have been eating since Christmas. Fitness journeys be damned. We will start again in 2025. We'll start new for the new year, of course. Living in my own world. Didn't understand that anything can happen when you take a chance. This could be the start of something new. It feels so right to be here with you. Oh, and now looking in your eyes, I feel in my heart the start of something new. I gotta get my head in the game. world can see us in a way that's different than who we are. Creating space between us till we're separate hearts. We're breaking free, soaring, flying. There's not a star in heaven that we can reach. We're all in this together once we know. Start something new. I want to put in A, because I do think it's quite catchy and a good way to start. Get your head in the game, probably C. Like, it is good. Like, it's like it got that beat to it. What I've been looking for, I'll put theirs in B. I wasn't that blown away by it, let's be honest. I do like the reprise, but also that would be C too. Like, I prefer the Ryan and Sharpie version. State of the Status Quo, A. I don't think it's quite yeah, I don't think it's quite S anymore. It used to be S for me, but it's not quite S. Bob to the Top is A. Like, I'm not putting in an S. I'm sorry. I know a lot of people do love Bob to the Top, and I do like it a lot. It is a Bob, but it ain't at the top. It ain't at the top. Brain Free S. Absolutely S. Well, on this together, I want to put an S. It gets a little bit annoying by the end. I like it. It's like iconic. What time is it? Love it so much. This used to be my favorite song, High School Musical song. Fabulous. I want fabulous. That is my simple request. Also S. Oh, we gotta work this out. We'll make things right. Probably start with A. Hello, Ash. Start with A. Bottom of S. I'll put start of A for now. You Are the Music in Me. This is the Troy and Gabriella version. I will put that in B. I'll put in top of C. It's not really one that I listen to that often. Oh, I don't dance. I say you can. Not a chance. No S. Oh, When That Was Me and You was there. That should be in here as well. I'll put that in A because I do like it a lot. No, I'll put it behind Bob to the Top. You Are the Music in Me reprise. Yeah, it's chaos. It's chaos. It's going in S. Gotta Go My Own Way. Favorite High School Musical song. Favorite one. Bet on It. Also S tier. Yeah, I'll probably put it above What Time Is It? Every day of our lives. Wanna find you there. Wanna hold on to. What? I don't want that in B. I want that in. I want it in S. It's not as good as Breaking Free, in my opinion, but I love it so much. All for one, a real summer has just begun. Okay, I want to move. Oh, crap. I don't know what I did there. I want to move We're All in This Together to the top of. No, maybe behind. No, above. Work This Out. And I'm going to put All for One in S because I do really love All for One. All for one, a real summer has. Whoa, this is the last time to get it right. Now or never. It's probably my. No, I prefer it more than Start Something New, but I'll put it on top of it. Right here, right now. Probably C. Not my favorite. I Want It All. Definitely in S. Probably my second favorite High School Musical song. Can I have this dance? Yeah, I'll put it in S here as well. This could be the night to remember. Come on now. Big fun. Top of it. Just Want to Be With You. Also say, you know what? As much as I love High School Musical 3, it does have some that are a little bit of skips. Just Want to Be With You will probably be one of them. The boys are back. The boys are back. Probably A. Right here, right now. Reprise. I can't even remember, so I'm just putting it in D. Walk, walk, walk away. Walk away, walk away, yeah. I do also love listening to this one every now and then. I'll put it above All for One. Scream. Oh, it's so good. Do I prefer it over Bet on It, though? I'm torn between Bet on It and Scream. What is it? Can I Have This Dance? Reprise? I can't even remember that, so I'm putting that in D. Senior Spring Musical. I'll put it in B. I can't remember it that much either. I know it's that long one where there's like different set pieces and it's a bit random. So I'll put it in B. Just Want to Be With You reprise. I can't remember it. We're All in This Together graduation mix. It's nice, but it's a D. I'm sorry. I don't like High School Musical. Who says we have to let it go? It's the best part we've ever known. Step into the future. Just Getting Started. What the fuck is that? I don't know what's Just Getting Started. Yeah, I got so many in S tier. I think Rebecca said I put more in S tier than
she would. Yeah, I honestly, I love the soundtrack so much. High School Musical 2 has like some of the best songs. And then High School Musical 3 does have some great songs as well, but like they've got some that like kind of drag it down a little bit as well. High School Musical 2 is the best balanced one in my opinion.
Is it time for bed, my babies? Oh boy, I accidentally slept in this morning. Had my alarm on for 9, I didn't wake up until about 11. In my defense, I couldn't stop listening to the High School Musical 1, 2 and 3 soundtracks until God knows how long in the morning. I couldn't really sleep though, like I was kind of trapped by my cats, and I hate the feeling of being trapped while I'm trying to go to sleep. I had Tobo on one side on top of the blanket near my legs, and then Ash on the other side on top of the blanket near my legs. So I just felt like I couldn't move, and I hate that feeling as I'm trying to go to sleep, because then it starts playing on my mind and then I can't actually sleep. But I did finally fall asleep, and then yeah, woke up a little bit late this morning. It's now like 2 p.m. I have a live show in 6 hours for my patrons to read Death Comes at the End by Agatha Christie. We are doing this as our next solve along. I bought this when I was in Egypt nearly 2 months ago now. I can't believe how quickly that's going, and I haven't even started it yet. And the live show is in 6 hours. And what we do is we read until a certain point before the killer is revealed. Apparently the killer is revealed in the final chapter, so I'm going to be reading all of this apart from the final chapter before the live show. And then during the live show, we'll talk about our theories. And then we'll have like an hour sprint or however long it'll take to read that chapter, the final chapter, to find out who did it. And then we're like, oh my God, I can't believe that. Or we'll be like, oh my God, I knew it all along. And that's essentially our solve along. I have not heard the best of things about this one. I've had a few patrons tell me it's kind of bad. Like, it's not really that good of a book. A lot of people have been bored during it. A lot of people are saying like they don't even care about who the killer is at this point. So I'm a little bit scared. But I do think I will get through it before the live show in 6-ish hours. I think it's just under 6 hours actually now. How many pages do I need to read? I need to read 247 pages in like just under 6 hours. I don't think that's going to be that bad. If I stop wasting time, I can get on it. I've also been trying to figure out what I need to read in January so that I can try and figure out what videos I'm doing. And I'll probably go through this a lot more tomorrow when I don't have a looming book club over my head. But I do want to try and schedule out January and do a little bit of content planning as well as like live show planning and stuff. So I know I definitely need to read Malice by John Gwynne. This is for the book club that Becca is hosting, the Catch Up Book Club. And I'm finally returning to that book club for the first time since 2019. And this will be a reread, but the first time I read it, it was for a video project. So I can't wait to reread it so that I can hopefully take more of it in, read a little bit more analytically with the intention of discussing it spoiler filled in those live shows for Becca. So I know this is definitely on my TBR. Also, The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien will be a reread too. Doing this for Aaron's Middle-earth Along book club that I am going to be co-hosting. Very excited to do a reread for these. This will not be any bother. I'm also planning on doing Fourth Wing and Iron Flame before the new book comes out. I've never read these before, but I do want to do a reading vlog reading both of these, and then when the new one comes out I can also read that one. Because I do own these, I do want to give them a read, I do want to give them a chance. I know these were popular a little bit of a while ago, like not that long ago really, but Fourth Wing did take BookTube and Bookstagram and all of the book places by storm, and I don't think there's a better time to read these than in January when the new book comes out. So that's all I have right now in terms of like book plans, and I need way more than that. So tomorrow I think I'm going to go through my library room. I'm just going to let the books decide what videos I do, essentially, instead of me coming up with a project first, which I do have more like later on in the year. But like, I mean, for January specifically, I might just go through my library room and just see what books I fancy reading and see if I can build something out of that rather than the other way around, because I usually do it the other way around. So yeah, I made my coffee for this update and to start Agatha Christie's Death Comes at the End, but I've almost finished it already. There's like no point, and I'm not making another coffee. The time hath passed. I've got just over 4 hours to read like 180 pages of Death Comes at the End by Agatha Christie. I am so bored. I am so bored with this one. I'm 59 pages in. Nothing's happened just yet. Well, this is set in 2000 BC, so this is set in ancient Egypt, and it's like the very first and only Agatha Christie book set in like an ancient time. So this is already so different, and you know, I welcome change. I do. But oh my word, I am so bored. And it doesn't even really feel like ancient Egypt either. All Agatha Christie has done is change people's names to be like ancient Egyptian. Like we've got Imhotep for one, and Nofret is Imhotep's wife. And that's kind of what this has been about mainly. It's been like family politics. It's been about the fact that nobody really likes Nofret in Imhotep's family. Like his own children hate Nofret. And that's all this has been so far. It's so boring. Like nothing's happened. And even when the murder happens, because there will be a murder, the back of the book spoils who dies. I still could not care less. I could not care less. This could have been any other Agatha Christie book if she just changed the names. It's just so boring. So boring. It's like failing so hard to keep my attention. I don't know who anyone really is. Like, I kind of know their place in the family, but other than that, absolutely nothing. And the fact that nearly everyone who is reading this with me is saying pretty much the same thing has me concerned. And again, I've only got like 4 hours until the live show, 4 and a bit hours, 180-ish pages. I mean, I think I will do it. I mean, I will definitely do it. I have to do it, but it's going to be by the skin of my teeth. I've only got 7 minutes until my live show. I was watching Kayla's premiere. So instead of, writing down my notes and preparing for this solve-along, I didn't do any of that. So I'm about to start this live show in 6 minutes and 55 seconds. And I have a theory. Like, I feel like I know who it is in Death Comes as the End. I'm on page 248. That's where I needed to stop at. The book did improve. It was a little bit more exciting after a little while. But the majority of this, I could not care anymore for. Definitely one of my least favorite Agatha Christie books. I appreciate the fact that she tried to do something a little bit different, having this be more of a historical murder mystery set in ancient Egypt. That sounds good on paper, but I just felt like it was way too boring, and the family members just didn't really elicit any emotion in me whatsoever. But definitely did pick up. It definitely got a lot more interesting. So yeah, I do have my theory, but I'm working with the bare minimum of suspects and evidence. So I'm very interested to see what my patrons end up thinking about it, because I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but I do have myself a glass of wine. This usually does help. It's very rare that I'm wrong with an Agatha Christie book when I'm having a glass of wine. So I'm essentially having this as a fail-safe. And also, this was like the last of the wine too. There's only a tiny little bit, but it was the last that was in the bottle. I'll have to go and get some more, but this is my favourite Jammy Red Roux. Cheap and cheerful, just like me. Also, I mentioned before about the plot that I thought it was Imhotep's wife who is like the person who the family kind of hate. It's not his wife, it's his concubine. And I had no idea what in the world that means, so I just assumed it meant wife. But it doesn't. A concubine is an interpersonal and sexual relationship between two people in which the couple does not want to or cannot enter into a full marriage. Yeah, I just wanted to clear that up. I just want to fix that mistake. Like 1 minute before I go live. Because yeah, I never heard of a concubine before. I thought it was just like some kind of insult or something. Isn't a concubine like also like an animal? Oh no, I'm thinking of a porcupine. Yay, first solve along. I'm sitting here like... Oh God, what was that? Hang on, I think this happened today actually. There was a weird, I don't know if you heard that, but that was like a weird alarm sound. It's kind of scaring me a little bit because it went off earlier today and I have no idea why. Oh, smoke alarm might need a new battery. Might be the battery new fire alarm. Okay. Well, this is the face of a smug bitch who got it right. Indeed, I guessed correctly who it was in Death Comes as the End. Of all the Agatha Christie books that I've read in the Agatha versus Slagatha stuff, it's currently 7 to me and 5 to Agatha. So I'm currently beating that bitch. And ever since The Body in the Library last year, like for the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, for the last 7 books, I get one right and then I get the next one wrong and then I get the next one right and then I get the next one wrong and then I get the next one right and then the next one wrong. So I'll probably just like put on the screen what I've gotten right and wrong so far. But yeah, ever since The Body in the Library, it's been interchanging. I got The Body in the Library right and then I got the ABC Murders wrong and then I got Halloween Party right and then I got Crooked House wrong and then I got the Mysterious Affair of Styles right, but then I got Five Little Pigs wrong, and now Death Comes at the End I've gotten right. I'm very proud of that progress, and I was a little bit unsure whether I would be right because the theories everyone was sharing was so good. Overall though, the book itself I still didn't really love all that much. I'm probably going to give it like 2 stars. Not one of my favourite Agatha Christie books, but I do appreciate, something a little bit different to her usual stories, her usual mysteries. So I can give her credit there. But yeah, glad to put that way. My fire alarm went off before, but I think it might be a low battery issue. I don't know what batteries it takes. I don't think I have any batteries for it. So I'm kind of scared to even look at what battery it takes and take it out because I don't want the alarm going off again, but it randomly went off during my live show, but also randomly went off earlier today, just for like a second. So I think it might be a low battery issue. I'm gonna have to have a look at it. I'm gonna have to see what battery it takes so I can go and get some batteries tomorrow for it. Unless it's AA, which I do have plenty of. But something is telling me it ain't AA. It is currently 1:18 a.m. and I'm still not tired. And I don't want to force myself to try and sleep when I go to bed. Because yesterday I was lying in bed for such a long time trying to get to sleep, and it just ended up feeling like a waste of time. However, I don't have the brain capacity to read right now, but I also don't know what else to do right now. There is a Stephen King biography documentary thing on YouTube that I think someone's just like randomly made, which I do love. I love it when just everyday people make these amazing documentaries on YouTube. So I might end up watching that. I was gonna maybe watch another episode of Squid Game season 2. I've seen the first 3 episodes. I watched 2 of them the day it came out. Then I watched episode 3 on the morning after during breakfast. And I don't know, like this season's pissing me off. It's the main character. I cannot stand the main character. He's pissing me off so much. It takes way too long to say something. Oh my god, the amount of things that could have been avoided had he just opened his fucking mouth. It's just pissed me off too much. So I don't think I'm going to watch another episode of Squid Game tonight, because I could have done that. It'll probably be about the same time as watching this documentary on YouTube. But I'm just going to go with that. I'm not going to force any sleep. I don't think I can sleep. I'm not going to drink anything else, otherwise I'll be peeing all night. All of these kinds of things I just don't think you need to know. You know, this is still Slice of Life. This is 1:20 a.m. thoughts. Not tidy enough to sleep, but too tired to read. Too tired to use my brain. I still want to get up at a decent time this morning, because waking up at 11 today is probably what's fucked me over. The live show ended for Death Comes as the End hours ago, and I've just been doing like nothing else since. Ash and Tobu came down, we played for a bit. They played upstairs for a bit. Sounded like they were coming through the bloody ceiling. Honestly, my life cannot get more glamorous right now.
And today we will tell you whether it is possible to love, respect, and fear one person. It is possible if we are talking about Stephen King. Get comfortable, and let's start.
I was struggling to decide what I wanted to read today, but then I got this random comment on my Worst Books of the Year video. I'm so distracted by your bookshelf, like what in God's name is Ghost Girl Banana? I couldn't agree more. What the hell is Ghost Girl Banana? Let's find out together, because this one I do believe I actually put on my 24 books in 2024, and I still haven't got to it. It's nearly the end of 2024 and I still haven't read it. That could be a good video for January, actually. Reading the books I was supposed to read, my 24 books in 2024. Because otherwise, what was the point of making that video if I wasn't going to get to those 24 books in 2024? Actually, yeah, let's do this one. I'm definitely doing Ghost Girl Banana. This one is by Wharton. I do believe I actually read the first chapter back in March. I did a first chapter challenge, and I remember liking the first chapter, but I don't think it really blew me away. I believe this one's split into 2 time frames. Yep, 1966 and 1997. In 1966, Sukyin is exiled from Kowloon to London with orders to restore honour to her family. And then in 1997, Sukyin's daughter Lily can barely remember the mother she lost as a small child. So sounds like we lose Sukyin, bless her. But when she is unexpectedly named in the will of a powerful Chinese stranger, she embarks on a secret pilgrimage to Hong Kong to discover the lost site of her identity and claim the reward. Yeah, I remember picking this up in London back in July 2023. I believe I was with Allie at the time. And I remember finding the premise and the title of this so strange and bizarre, but also incredibly intriguing. So I'm gonna start this one today, I think. Been wanting to read it for a while, and that's what this limbo week is for, isn't it? Just doing what you want. Say a little prayer for you. Forever, forever, I give you my heart and I will love you. Oh, DPD. So my gusto has come, but I'm thinking this might end up being the last week I do gusto. Not because I'm thinking it's like a bad thing or anything. Portions are still a little bit too big for me. They say that it's like for a single person, but they still give you stuff that's like for 2 people. And it's just not really being as convenient as I want to. There's been a couple of weeks where I've had to waste a recipe. A couple of times I haven't gotten like everything that I need for the recipe. Like flour, like you didn't give me flour. Why do you think I just have flour in the cupboard? And I do find some of the recipes a little bit hard. I'm trying to go for the easier recipes, but I think I might just try and go for sort of like a ready meal kind of subscription service for food. I do know there's like quite a few good healthy ones, and you know that can also help me with my fitness journey as well this year. So this might end up being the last gusto. Now I'll have a look this week. If anyone has any recommendations, I'd love to know. I can tell you what my recipes are this week. I decided to go for a breakfast one, which I don't usually go for, but yeah, I got the crispy bacon and smashed avocado breakfast baguette. That'll be pretty cool. Always forget about breakfast. Ginger chicken thigh udon stir fry, 10 to 20 minutes. Ginger chicken thigh udon stir fry. Wait, hang on. They've given me 2 recipe cards again. They do this a lot, actually. They give me the same recipe card. I didn't get it twice. For a second there, I was like, wait, hang on. Am I repeating myself? Teriyaki chicken with sesame greens and oven-baked sweet sesame chicken thigh with hoisin rice. I've been doing it for about 2 months now, I think. And it just hasn't been as amazing as I've kind of been wanting it to be. Yeah, I need to put the food away. Don't look in my fridge. It looks terrible. I mean, you just ever have, you know, like drink, water, stuff like that in my fridge. And I just don't look forward to making the recipes anymore. I feel like the novelty's worn off. Before I get into Go Scale Banana, I was trying to figure out how to schedule January. I do still have some things that are quite empty in January, and I don't think I'm going to do everything that I'm setting out here. Like, I don't know if I really want to do a 2024 reading stats and wrap up, because I do like find when I've tried to film a wrap up, it's kind of boring. But I might try and do a reading year in general, potentially kind of video. But other than that, like, I don't know what to do in January. It's kind of one of those things where I'm just kind of chilling along. I do think I want to do the books I was supposed to read in 2024. I'm going to do a brand new and updated home library tour. 25 books to read in 2025, especially since I'm going to be reading the books I was supposed to read in 2024. So I have no idea how many books I've got to read for that. Honestly, hopefully it's not too much. So I have put that on January 11th. I'm thinking on a Saturday, I'll do an upload of a vlog. And on Wednesday, Tuesday? When am I uploading? 4th, 8th. Okay, so yeah, starting from January 8th, I'll upload a video on a Wednesday as well. Might make those like the little sit-down videos-ish, like the 25 to read in 2025, potentially 2024 reading stats and wrap-up, and then God knows. Because I think the best way of trying to structure 2025 moving forward is that the only days I have literally nothing on the entire week is on a Thursday. So if I dedicate that entire day to reading manga, so I can have a video up for my manga channel and upload those on a Friday, then at least then I'm still putting focus on my manga channel without it taking up too much of my time during the week. So I'll dedicate Thursdays to filming a video for my manga channel. And I'm gonna have to cut back on how many movie nights and live shows I do on Patreon, because I do so many. I'm going to try and count like how many Patreon live shows I've done this year alone. I'm just getting like really burnt out with how many live shows I do a week. I do around about like 3 to 4 a week. And that's not including if someone asks me to go on their channel or on their Patreon to do sprints with them on there. So I'm just feeling so burned out. I've joined a few book clubs as well, so we'll be doing book clubs for those as well. So yeah, I'm just like trying to go through what I'm doing. On Tuesdays, I always do Patreon reading sprints. So that's staying. Sundays, it's always Once Upon a Time watch-alongs. So those are staying as well. And then I do have 2 movie nights to round out the High School Musical trilogy on Patreon, because we did High School Musical 1 the other day. So we'll do High School Musical 2 and 3 on those 2 Fridays. And then after that, I think I'm just going to do 1 movie night a month. Doing a True Crime and Wine night as well on the 18th, which we haven't done one in a while, so I'm very excited to do that. Because I've always got to factor in all the reading I need to do, all the filming I need to do, all the editing I need to do, and I think just reducing how many live shows I do on Patreon a week would like just dramatically help me out. So I still have 1, 2, 3 Patreon live shows a week, at least for the first 2 weeks. For the first 3 weeks of January. And then after that, I think 2 for definite. And then every now and then do the 3 with the movie night and the True Crime and Wine night. It'll be fine. It'll be good. But I still don't know what exactly I'm filming. Mondays, I could probably use for editing, especially if I want to get a video up on the Wednesdays. Other than the library tour I need to do, I'll try and film that on New Year's Day. And then edit it and get it uploaded on the 4th. Do the manga channel video on the 2nd, get that up on the 3rd, and maybe I'll try and edit this video on Monday the 30th, get up on the 31st, and then maybe starting from the 5th of January, I can start trying to do my vlog reading the books I was supposed to read in 2024. Again, I don't know how many books I've got to read for it. Probably not that many. And if I want to get that up on the 11th, I'm going to have to like read a book a day, depending on what's on there. If it turns out there's actually more books than I thought, then I will just delay till the Wednesday. Like, obviously, this is my job, and obviously, like, I need to make sure that I get enough of an upload schedule done so that I still get paid. I can't just like take days off if I want days off. I need to focus. I need to like do things. But the schedule isn't that rigid that I have to definitely make it by that deadline. I can try and do something else in that time if it's going to take me longer as well. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of what I can possibly do. So I'm not doing a manga video this week, and I'm only going to do like upload on the manga channel like maybe bi-weekly or like 2 or 3 times a month, just so I'm not as overwhelmed as I thought I would be. I'm taking a lot more of a chilled, relaxed approach with filming vlogs for my manga channel. So I'm kind of going through like a little bit of a rebrand, launch of my manga channel at the minute. Say for vlogs on the manga channel, I'm only reading like 5 or 6 volumes in the day. So I'll spend the Thursday reading like 5, maybe 4 or 5, 4 to 6 volumes of manga in filming during the day in like a really chilled, relaxed reading vlog format. And you know, I'm thinking of doing a manga haul for this one, so I don't really have to read anything too strenuous at the minute, so I can also use this day to start my reading the books I was supposed to read in 2024. But I am still aiming for like 2 uploads on Gavin Reads It All and then 1 upload on Gavin Reads All the Manga every now and then in January. So I do still have, you know, a couple of slots there that I need to fill in. Also, I've hidden all of these because you're not allowed to know what I've been planning for the rest of the year. Not yet, anyway. Yeah, the rest of the year is going to be so much easier. It's just January is so hard to plan for. I don't know why. Just in general, like for vlogs and stuff, it's just so hard to plan for. So I'm also thinking of reading Waterstone's best sci-fi and fantasy books of the year, because I got an email of their best fantasy books of the year, and I was like, oh, I might do that, you know, instead of doing like reading BookTuber's best books of the year, because I never really do that. And I usually avoid those videos if the thumbnail shows only one kind of booktuber in terms of like same skin color, same gender, same sexuality. If there's no diversity in their thumbnails, I'm not watching those videos. Actually would much prefer to do like reading Waterstone's best sci-fi and fantasy books of the year. And I do have another one here that I might be doing, like reading something's best something books of the year here as well, but we don't need to talk about that right now. Although I might have to spend some of the last week of January filming it before I fly to Iceland on the 2nd and go to Jade's on the 31st. So I'll need to take like that kind of week off to go to Iceland and film and stuff. But yeah, I also have reading the Fourth Wing books, January 25th when the 3rd book comes out. So I feel like those are the 3 main vlogs that I'm doing in January. Plus maybe whatever this one is, if it turns out to be the reading something's best something books of 2024, then it might end up being that one. But I don't know, I can't think of anything else I want to do for this month. But feel free to share some ideas down below if there's anything you want to see me do, then awesome. But at the minute, this is how it's looking like. I also need to take a day to film my library challenge. The start of my library challenge. Obviously that won't be coming out until April, but still. I didn't really get to plan a whole lot actually, because I'm still quite stumped. I thought maybe filming this section would help me come up with some ideas, some video stuff, but there's like really nothing. Really nothing. Also, reading 370 books in 366 days. If I finish this will be my 370th book of 2024. Otherwise, that could change. Like, there's still, 2 days left? That could be 371. But I don't think so, because I cannot be arsed with that. So yeah, thank you for helping me go through this. I will most likely keep referring to this calendar. Like, I don't want like anything fancy, you know, just something like visual that I can just see. So I've got this up at the minute just to see in one place what I need to do in January. But yeah, every single day there will be reading and filming. Every single day. Every single day there's going to be reading and filming and editing as well. Maybe I can do editing on Mondays, because, you know, having a set day where I do things, like again, say like Thursday, if I had that set day for doing stuff with the manga channel, then it gives me more incentive to actually like go through with it, because that's structure. So maybe if I do like Mondays, on Mondays I can use those days to edit, because I have personal training at 10:30, and then afterwards I can just like edit a video and then be ahead of the curve kind of thing. Like January, my main goal is to try and get ahead on content, try to not feel so behind on filming and editing and reading, so that I can just have a much smoother year doing this. than I did in 2024. 2024 was a great year, but it wasn't the smoothest at all. It was a little bit messy because my structure is just like not the cleanest. But yeah, now I can actually like get started with Go Skill Banana because I feel like I've been looking at this computer screen for too long already, and I have 4 hours until another Patreon live show, so I only have a limited amount of time to actually read. Okay, I just counted and I did 159 Patreon live shows in 2024. And that is including some of the members live shows I did at the start of the year. I think between January and May, I still had my One Piece channel membership. So I did live shows with my members as well. So yeah, including that, that's 159 Patreon live shows. And like, as much as I love doing them, that's just so many when I'm like trying to do so much else as well. Things are going to be restructuring a little bit. I hope that's okay. If any of my patrons are watching, love you. I hope that's okay. And also that's not including the times when I've appeared on someone else's Patreon live shows, of which I do believe I probably did around about like 10 to 15, maybe up to 20. So maybe around about 180 Patreon live shows I did in 2024. And then on top of that, I also did live streams on my actual channel, like public channel. I have done a few on there as well. So maybe I've done like nearly 200 live shows this year. And I'm a little burned out from live shows. I'm not gonna lie. So please forgive me if I don't do as many in 2025. Okay, I made it 108 pages in. I'm going to have to DNF. I don't want this to be my final read of 2024. I do not want to end the year with a DNF. I'm still going to include it on my spreadsheet though, because 108 pages, I will only include DNFs if I go over the 100 page mark as like a book kind of read. I think I might end up doing my 2024 reading stats and reading year in general, so then you can also make the decision whether or not I should include any of the DNFs that I did this year. Otherwise, my number will go from like 371 to around about like 356 or something. But I'm just not feeling this. I'm so bored. And I was doing the immersive reading. I was listening to the audiobook on Spotify while reading this physically, and I had to turn the audiobook off. There was too much gulping and swallowing from the narrator. I couldn't do it. It was like making me want to claw my ears off. So I ended up putting the audiobook away. I ended up reading like about 50 pages physically. And I was like, I'm just not into it. It's not me, it's you. I don't think I'm into historical right now. I do think I do like historical because I'm sure I have read some. Not that I can think of any off the top of my head, but I'm sure I do. But I feel like for the last book of 2024, this is not the one. But I don't think I will end up coming back to this. I mean, the writing is very nice. And following the characters, you know, in terms of like the mother and then the daughter, in the fact that the daughter is, she mentioned something about, you know, her mother squatting in the back of her mind because she's like always on her mind kind of thing. I kind of like the visual of that and kind of like the decisions of the parent and how that affects the children. That's kind of something that's being pretty well explored, and I kind of like that. But I don't think I want something with big brain energy. I want something with small brain energy if possible. Not to offend whatever book I choose next, because I can't end this way. But I don't think I will end up coming back to this though. I just don't think it's something I'm going to end up being into. So, you know how I do in Boss or Toss? I think it's going to end up getting tossed. But then I'm like, what do I fancy as my last read of the year? I mean, actually, I could end this year with a Christmas book. I still really need to read the Christmas Secret one by Benjamin Stevenson. Where is that one actually? Where in the world is it? Where is it, Steve? Oh, here it is. Everyone, this Christmas has a secret. I mean, I know it's past Christmas. It's only 224 pages. I could end up picking this one. I could pick a middle grade to finish the year off with. Something short, snappy. I wonder if there's another book that's on my 24 books to read in 2024 that I could pick. Not that I want to check, because I do want to do that video where I read those books and I want to film my reacting to that video. So I don't want to check it just in case. But I'm looking now, like, what would I have put on there that's middle grade? I don't think there is a middle grade on there that maybe I haven't already read. Oh my god, this is so hard. Like, actually, like, picking something to read is so bloody hard. Is there anything else at all? There are things I fancy reading, just not right now. I have my Once Upon a Time watch along in about 30 minutes. Gosh, it's about 30 minutes. Anything else? Anything else? I could go for the one that's coming runner-up in my Patreon book club poll for January. Since you know how I did the Rainfall market, because I was losing the poll. The runner-up, it's kind of close. So in January, with my Whitelighter tier patrons and above, it's looking like, where is it? Where the fuck is it? It's looking like The Teller of Small Fortunes by Julie Leong is going to end up winning. This is a very close second because this is also on the poll. But then also I have... Sorcery and Small Magics. This one I think is third. I don't think I fancy this one by tomorrow, really. If I was going to do any of them, it would probably be between these two. But I do think this one's going to win, but this one's a close second. I kind of don't want to read it right now, just in case I end up... Oh my god, why is this so hard? Just in case this does end up overtaking this one in wins, because then I don't want to read it too early, because then by the time we have the book club discussion, I'll have forgotten everything. Oh, what about, actually... Since everyone talks about it, and I still haven't read it, Before the Coffee Gets Cold by Toshikazu Kawaguchi. I have actually been wanting to read this one for ages. It's only just over 200 pages. This one could be a nice and easy one. I might have to wait until next Christmas to read this one now by Benjamin Stevenson, and I really wanted to read it this year too. But I feel like the time's just passed. The time has passed, I'm afraid. Gonna make decaf coffee for my watch-along happening in 10 minutes, or just over 10 minutes. I have my normal coffee in here. And that's like the one that'll keep me up. This is the decaf coffee. So I only got this last week. And it's actually kind of nice. But I've only ever had it a couple of times. So I'm just hoping that will... I mean, I don't know if this is what's keeping me up or not. To be honest, maybe this is what's keeping me up. I don't know. I'm going to try it again tonight. Make a quick coffee. I just want to feel nice and cozy tonight. I'm trying so hard to concentrate on Before the Coffee Gets Cold that I can't seem to read it physically. I think my mind is just a little bit too frantic, maybe just like a little too busy going on up there. So I thought, because the audiobook is on BookBeat, I would start from scratch. I only got about like 20 pages in. I'm going to start from scratch, listen to the audiobook. As I finish off doing the Lego Nightmare Before Christmas set that I started a couple of weeks ago now. I started in Embossed Toss episode 2, and I still haven't finished it. I haven't even done anything more to it. This is still all I've done for the actual set. And I have kept all the rest of the bags of the Lego pretty much like dotted around here. It's just been so messy that I want to try and get it finished. So I have the little setup, my little Lego setup here, where I can finally finish it off. I need to do this section, and I need to do this section, because I've already done this section. So that's what I'm going to do while listening to the audiobook. Hopefully that will be my last read of 2024, and hopefully it'll be a good one, and at least I'll get a job done at the same time, because I've been itching to finish off this Lego set. I just haven't really had the time. And I've also made myself a lovely oat milk cappuccino to go with it. And this will be my last one of the day, because it will be my third, and I usually only ever have 2. I'm having 3. I'm just very tired today.
I pull into your driveway, it's a Saturday night. You look like $1,000,000 wearing that dress I like. You're smiling, but there's something missing in your eyes. Girl, I can tell that you have something on your mind. But I will make you forget all your sorrows. Let go like there's no tomorrow. Let's have a drink, just relax, all your problems will fade. If you're ready for a good time, count on me. There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes, I know you're all about the good vibes. Do you know how much I love you, wanna see you smile? Where's that happy girl that I know with a heart on fire?
Oh my god, after hours, I finally finished doing the Lego, but I accidentally dropped it as I was moving it. I finally finished. I started this weeks ago and I've just dropped it. No, I thought I was done. Like, I finally got this little bit done, which is beautiful. Like, absolutely beautiful. Like, look at the gravestones and everything. Like, that's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. But I've literally just broke all the rest of it. Now I'm going to have to try and fix it.
There's a party in the backyard, dance your problems away. I'm all about the good vibes. I know you're all about the good vibes. We are all about the good vibes. We are all about the good times. Dance until it feels alright all night.
I cannot be trusted with Lego. I don't know why I even bother. I really don't know why I bother. I don't even know where to put it. I have nowhere to display it. It's currently still just living in the living room. It'll be there for as long as necessary until I find somewhere to put it. And I actually did end up finishing before the coffee gets cold, and I still had a full booklet to go with the Lego. So I ended up watching Jetlag the game. It's like 3 guys on YouTube. They do like this massive hide and seek game in different countries, and they're currently doing one in Japan, and I just got like sucked in. I got so sucked in, I started to lose track of time. But what can you do? It's just so much fun. The fact that they do like hide and seek, they've got 2 of them seek while one of them hides, and they do like challenges, and they give each other curses and stuff that they have to like beat these challenges in order to continue and progress on. It's so much fun. You know, sometimes YouTube recommendations, they hit. So as soon as I finish this update, I'm gonna go back downstairs, watch some more videos from them. But anyway, I really liked Before the Coffee Gets Cold. I'm gonna give it 4 stars. There was like 2 stories in this that really got to me. All the stories were pretty good. Story 2 and story 3. Oh my god, even actually story 4. It maybe like the first story was like the weakest one, because you know, it is these people, they go to this cafe where it is said that if you sit in a certain chair and you want to go into the past or the future, then you can, but you have to come back before your coffee gets cold. And people have different reasons for wanting to go into the past or into the future. You can't change anything either. So like, say if you go in the past to talk to someone, you really can't change anything. I will say it was very repetitive to begin with, especially with telling you the rules. First story is definitely the biggest because it was told to us over and over and over again. And then the character of that story was like, okay, I'm going to go through the rules again. I was like, oh my god, please stop. I know the rules. Oh, but the second story like really showed me how emotional and how hard-hitting these stories will be, especially since there are more books in the series, which I will definitely be checking out now. But I don't think I'm ready for the level of emotion it's going to be asking of me. Like, I'm really scared. I'm really scared to feel emotional. Like, my mouth was so heavy, especially at the end of that second bloody story. Anything to do with what happens in the second story always makes me feel emotional, always makes me feel sad. I do have like a personal history with what happens in the second story, so it just always gets me. It always gets me. And there's still some relatability in the other stories. Kind of teaches you about regret, but also that it's never really too late to make changes, make amends, keep living, start living. There are definitely lessons to be had in this book that I really have taken to heart. I really do think it's kind of a beautiful story. I wouldn't exactly say I was attached to characters, but I was attached to character situations. I was attached to their wars. I was attached to their trials and tribulations and the reasons why they are sitting at that specific seat in the cafe in order to visit the past or the future. I was attached to those stories. I feel like the characters were just kind of a vessel to explore the kind of things that humans go through sometimes, or all the time really. Like, a lot of it's so inevitable, but there's still a sense of hope, and I just really appreciate that, especially coming to the end of a year, starting a new year. It's a great book to finish the year on, because I do like the idea that even though I was emotional, I do like the idea of, you know, life continuing, things can and will get better, and we can still make changes in our own lives to get to where we want, essentially. So great lessons to be had, great final book to end with. Definitely glad I picked this one up after Ghost Girl Banana, because I did not want to end the year with a DNF. But yeah, book 371, including the DNFs. Without the DNFs, it'll be like book 358, maybe. Gosh, that's my 2024 reading year over, essentially. No, I'm definitely not reading. I got Patreon reading sprints tomorrow on New Year's Eve, but I don't think I'll be reading. I cannot be bothered to read anymore. I don't think I've got it in me. So we'll see what I'm doing in this sprint. I might just watch Jetlag the game again. I might just binge watch a whole lot of videos. I might just do that. Yeah, that's the end of another year. 2024, man. Definitely better than 2023. So I'm very happy with how 2024 went. Really, really do hope that your 2024 went really well. Please let me know down below how your year went, or at least tell me the best thing that's happened to you this year. Let's end the year with some positivity so that we can take this positive momentum into the new year, into 2025, because I would also just love to celebrate your wins, your achievements. I just think that would be so amazing to end this video with and end this year on. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to leave this video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave all the comments down below. Let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know if you read any of the books I read in this video. Did you agree with my opinions? Disagree? Do you like Lego? Have you got the Lego Nightmare Before Christmas? Tell me your achievements and your best bits of 2024 as well. Tell me everything down below. I want to give a huge thank you to my patrons for supporting my channel. If you'd like to join my Patreon, then the link is in the description box. But yeah, I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye.